Hey up everybody, welcome back to the Audio Cycling YouTube channel, where today I'm going to be revealing who is on my 9-man team to try and win this VELOGAMES Spain competition. There's been a lot of deliberation the last few days over the last couple of videos. Dan and I did a big deep dive analysis yesterday which has changed some of my opinions. If you haven't gone and seen that, it's like a 1 hour plus deep dive, proper nerdy VELOGAMES analysis of stuff, so be sure to go look at that if you haven't done already. Hey everyone, just coming at you from outside the recording here for a second, just letting you know of something that I've been working on the last month, which is this. It's like a VELOGAMES wall chart. I designed this all by myself, and what you can see is it's kind of just like a way of recording all of the teams that you've put in your stage race championship teams throughout the year. There are places on it to put these stickers and stuff, which I've also designed. I've got like this kind of sample pack, and it's like a top 100, but I'm also going to do like top 50, top 10, whatever. And it's also going to be a good opportunity to really give out some prizes and stuff for people who win the VELOGAMES kind of Audio Cycling League. If that's in something which you might be interested in, I haven't ordered any, any of them in. If anybody's interested, or I could get them for this year, or I could get them for the 2025 season. It doesn't really matter to me too much. But without further ado, let's go and take a look at who's on my VELOGAMES Spain team. My first rider is Primoz Roglic. Obviously, I have had a lot of deliberation as to whether I'm going to put Roglic on my team or not, but he is in here mainly because when I look back at those Tour de France performances, I saw that before Roglic left the race, he was doing better than Almeida and Yates. On all the mountaintop finishes, he was higher up, he was better placed, he's got a good TT, and for me, he is the favourite for this race, and I can't not choose him just because of the crashing. Picking a rider because you think they're going to crash, if that was the case, you wouldn't pick anyone. So for me, I'm going to pick Roglic because he is the favourite for this race. My second rider is Joao Almeida. Obviously, I could go with Adam Yates here as well. I've gone with Almeida just because of the TT edge that he has. I reckon he'll get, a couple or a few hundred more points than Yates just from the TTs alone. The benefit of this is that I've got two big GC contenders to hopefully finish on the podium, and maybe this third rider, my first climber, is Richard Carapaz. Maybe he could also finish on the podium, who knows? That's what the EF press release seems to be indicating. They're going for the red jersey. For me, I really like Carapaz. He left the Tour looking in really good condition. Even if he drops out of GC, he's really good at going for stages, and he showed that at the Tour. He can go for the mountains classification, and therefore I think that Carapaz is a really safe pick for going for GC, but maybe also stages. So I really like him. My other climber, I've had to save a little bit of budget here, so I've gone with Filippo Zana. Just based upon when I looked at all the press releases and previous results from this year, Zana was 11th in the Giro. They say in their press release that they're going for stages primarily, and maybe Zana might accidentally do okay in GC just by being good in the stages as well. So I think that Zana is a really good pick, and I think that 6 credits for somebody who could be on the fringes of the top 10, I think that's really good value for money, especially since he's usually like 8 credits. So I think that this is a good value for Filippo Zana. My sprinter category, I've got Matthias Vacek. No, I do not have Wout van Aert. I've gone Wout van Aert-less for this team. And I've just gone with Vacek because I think that he is a really good pick for this race. I think he can time trial. I think he has been in really good form this year. When you look at his Olympics performances, you look at the stage races he's done, he's sprinting pretty well, especially on grippier terrain. So I think he can really do it all, and I think that at 6 credits he's really good value for money. So that's why I've gone with him. My first unclassified rider is Jonathan Narvaez. I went with him even though he is 10 credits. I just look at the number of stages that Narvaez can win, and there are quite a few of them. He's climbing really well. He showed that at San Sebastian. He showed it at the Giro. I think he can win multiple stages. The Ineos Grenadiers press release indicate that he's going to be going for stages, and who knows, he might even get involved in the sprints. So I think that Narvaez is a really good pick. However, 10 credits is definitely quite steep for him. My second unclassified rider is Quentin Pacher. A bit of an odd one, and I'm not sure a lot of people will have been expecting this one. But when I look at Pacher, I look at 2 years ago when he looked really good at the Vuelta. He was top 10 multiple occasions because of just all the sheer number of sprinty kind of punchy stages that he got involved with. And Groupama don't really have a sprinter in this race, and maybe Pacher might step in and get some top 10s there, and I think that he can get in breakaways and infiltrate those really well. So for me, Pasher is looking like he could be a really strong candidate, especially since he finished the tour looking in pretty good shape. So I'm going to hope that he's going to carry that forwards. Another man who I'm looking to, repeat the same thing is Victor Campenaerts. He's my other unclassified rider. I've gone with him because he can do really well in the 2TTs, and also as long as he can get in just some breakaways after that, some rolly terrain, I think that Campenaerts could definitely pick up another stage win. I would be really kicking myself if after doing such a good Tour de France I didn't pick him for the Vuelta. It's sort of like the writing's on the wall for him, so that's why I've picked him. And then my wildcard rider is Thymen Arensman, 10 credits. When I look back at his Grand Tour performances, he usually exceeds 1,000 points. In the Giro, he pretty much didn't score at all in that first week, but he still got 1,400 points. Not by doing anything spectacular, but just chipping away day on day. I know he might not be the most exciting pick, but at 10 credits, this is a relatively cheap Arensman, considering that in the Giro, he cost 12 credits, and here he's costing 10. He's co-leader with Carlos Rodriguez, so for me, Arensman is a really safe GC pick to be going with, and that's why I've gone with him over somebody like, definitely like somebody at O'Connor is another candidate for this. But this is kind of Team A. My other team looks a bit like this, or at least my other team option looks a bit like this. The things that's changed is that I've got Van Aertvelt and Skelmos Jensen in here, as opposed to Carapaz and Arensman. I think that the benefit of this one is that it's the sort of young gun, it's the exciting team, because it's got, those riders who are really up and coming. They might drastically exceed their points per credit of 100 points per credit. But I also think there's the risk in here in that these two have never gone for a GC over a 3 week race before, so that there's a little bit of risk there, and I think that this is the exciting but slightly risky one, and the other team is the slightly less exciting but much safer team. So let me know what you're thinking in the comment section down below if you've got any opinions on my team A or team B. What kind of final deliberations are you thinking of? What are your teams looking like at the moment? And also, if you've got any opinions on the VELOGAMES wall chart, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below as well, whether you would like those to be on sale this year, next year, or if you're just impartial and you don't really mind either way. But all that is left to say is to stay safe out there. Good luck in this VELOGAMES Spain. I hope you all do really well, and I'll see you in the next video. Salut!